What up, YouTube? Big TL Heavy Bag TV. Man, we don't get your goofy ass in here and hit the bag. All right, man, my guy out my backyard, Keyshawn Davis, took to Twitter, man, to put your boy Teofimo Lopez right back in the crosshairs. This is a scrap he's been asking for a while. Of course, we know they got some bad blood in the past, and I'm excited, man, to see if they can get this one done. It should have been easy to get done with Top Rank. Just felt like Top Rank been trying to keep T.O. away from this young fella, and there's a ton of questions to answer. If you know, we talking about Keyshawn Davis, do he really have the goods? And I think T.O. proves that. So he took the Twitter, yeah, this to say, after I beat Edwin, please let's make me versus T.O. Someone has to put him in his place. I'm the perfect person at Turki Sheik. Alright, so he just did that today. He's asking the Turk, please let me at him. I want Teofimo Lopez. And of course, Teofimo coming off a really great performance, in my opinion, versus Ana Barbosa, who tried to apply the pressure, but the hand speed and power of T.O. And the footwork, more than anything, it was the footwork that kept him frustrated and kept him out of range and off balance just enough to negate a ton of offense, in my opinion, from Ana Barbosa. I think he showed that he was just a step above, a class above Ana Barbosa, who, at 32 fights, I think he introduced him to what, real championship level boxing is all about. And I've always given Teofimo Lopez, the two-time lineal champ, a ton of credit for what he's been able to accomplish. I do believe that, he's the cream of the crop when it comes to the boxing skills in the sport of boxing. Right? I think it takes special fighters to beat special fighters. I think he's one of those talents, as well as a Devin Haney. And we want to know if, in fact, Keyshawn Davis is on that level. And again, for those of you who want to downplay the skill set of Teofimo Lopez, listen, you don't become two-time lineal champion for nothing. That's a tremendous feat, and a feat that probably most of your favorite fighters will never accomplish. Give these guys credit for what they have accomplished. I'm going to continuously stand on that. Even though I do not like Teofimo Lopez as a personality, I think he's corny. I hate a lot of the things that he came out his mouth, that has come out his mouth that seem to be racial. Do I want to see Keyshawn fuck this dude up? Of course. But I'm not going to diminish his skill set inside the boxing ring, bottom line. And, again, ton of questions to ask or answer if you're talking about a Keyshawn Davis. A lot of people not putting a lot of stock in the win over Baranchik. They think he's been manufactured. They think he's been created, right? And to an extent, maybe you can say that. But it's him at 13 fights, 14 fights, that has gotten in the ring and performed. But there is another level, and Teofimo Lopez represents that level. I hope Turki Sheik gets it done. All right, man, that's all I got for y'all on this one. Big TL Heavy Bag. I am out of here.